Funny thing hearing from Charlie Foster after all these years, eh?
It's very cheeky to expect someone to come all the way out to the airport to have lunch.
Well, he's on a layover from London, so I figured, why not nip out to see him?
For your convenience, would all arriving passengers report directly...
Do you see him?
Just look for someone tall, blonde, and good-looking.
Bob? Bob Fish?
Charlie Foster. Oh, it's been what, 15 years? You remember Margaret?
Of course, Margaret. You haven't changed a bit, and you always did look smashing in that dress.
Oh, thank you. It's nice to see you, too.
Let's sit down and I'll get us a drink and something to eat. Let's have champagne and caviar to start.
Oh, but that's too expensive.
Don't be silly, it's all free. So, Bob, doing all right for yourself, eh?
Oh, can't complain, eh?
Great country, Canada. I do a lot of business here, but I'll tell you where the real money for dentists is. The Arabian Peninsula. Money to burn and terrible teeth.
That'll be all the dates, I expect.
Are you a dentist still, Charlie?
No, Bob was the one with the brains for that. I dropped out. Went into the family business. Medical and dental supplies, that sort of thing.
Oh, there's money in that.
Yes, well, there's a huge profit margin in human suffering.
Right.
But seriously, Bob, I've got a business proposition for you. It may not make you $1 million, but it would help a lot of people out.
Oh, I am all ears.
The past few years, I've started up a number of foundations. We've shipped eyeglasses to India and hearing aids to Africa.
That's wonderful.
This year, we hope to provide free dentures to the poor and homeless of Central America.
Yes, being toothless and homeless is a sort of double whammy, eh?
Anyhow, we're setting up a call centre in Montreal to coordinate the donations of money and materials, and that's where you come in, Bob.
Me?
With you on the board, we can get the start-up funding we need from the Canadian government. What do you say?
Oh, I don't know, Charlie. Margaret?
Well, it would be a chance to help people.
That's true.
You know, Bob, there's a street choir of toothless orphans singing in the streets of San Jose. Los Denturas Tabajaras. When they sing Guantanamera, you can't understand a single word they say.
I'll do it.
That's great, Bob. Just great.
Last call for flight 189.
Oh, I must go. If I miss the flight, my wife will kill me. Listen, come down next Friday. Stay at the house. We're right on the beach. My wife is dying to meet you. A few of her girlfriends from Vegas will be visiting. Oh, I know, married a showgirl. Cliché. Anyway, there's a guest house for you beside the pool. I'll be in touch. Take care, Margaret.
Bye-bye, Charles.
Take care, Charlie. That Charlie, eh? Oh, what a guy. Imagine, living in Costa Rica, and with a Vegas showgirl, no less. Ow. Think of it, Margaret. Moonlit walks on the beach, the hot sun, swaying palms.
It does sound fantastic, but...
What?
Well, do you think it's right to go on his board just so he can get a grant from the government?
It's not just for a grant, Margaret. It's to help those kids, remember? The choir, with no teeth.
Well, that is a good cause.
Exactly. Oh, look at this. Resident, occupant, homeowner. It's like we don't even have a name. We don't make a difference. We don't make an impact, Margaret. This is a chance to make a difference.
Yeah, and spend a few days with some Las Vegas showgirls.
Margaret, do you really think I harbour some Las Vegas showgirl fantasy? Well, except for Cher, of course.
Except for Cher. Thank you very much.
No.
Oh, hope mine isn't too skimpy.
Oh, they make you wear your underpants here when you're trying on swimming trunks. It's ridiculous. The whole point of trying it on is to see if it fits. I mean, you're not going to be wearing your underwear to the beach.
It's the Board of Health. We had the same regulation in England.
We did?
Yes, since we joined the EC.
Oh, right. Well, it still seems weird, especially considering that Europeans wear practically anything. I'm going to try this on.
Oh, hello, Heather. It's me, Margaret. Margaret Fish, Bob's wife.
Oh, yeah. So, you going on vacation? A lot of money in feet, I guess.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I try to get south every winter. Last year I had the worst sex I ever had. In Aruba. I mean, the worst. You know what I'm saying.
Yes, it sounds...
It was this shirt salesman I met at the crab races at the hotel. After all his big talk, I said, no way, Buster, you're not leaving here till we do what we came to do.
Oh, dear.
So, we're making out, getting all hot and heavy, and it comes time to strip down, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I mean...
So, as we're undressing, I notice he's wearing the most ridiculous bathing suit. You know the kind, so tight they leave nothing to the imagination. You know, it looks good on a 22-year-old firefighter, but this guy's a 42-year-old shirt salesman.
Ta-da!
Like that, only in yellow.
That's it. I can't go back to work.
Oh, you're being ridiculous.
Margaret, I'll never be able to look Heather in the face again. Not after she's seen me like that.
I don't understand. You were going to wear it on the beach.
Yeah, but not with my underwear showing.
Anyway, if you're so modest, you should be buying those big baggy trunks. From the Minister of Justice.
It's humiliating. We'll have to move. That's all there is to it. Maybe just stay in Costa Rica. I mean, you heard Charlie say they have terrible teeth down there.
We may not be going to Costa Rica.
What? Why not?
I've been called for jury duty.
But this is ridiculous.
I was just starting to get excited about this holiday.
Well, we'll just get you out of it. Oh, I know. We'll say you suffer from diminished mental capacity.
Oh, thank you very much. And besides, I think you can go to prison for avoiding jury duty.
Oh, Margaret, remember, Canada's judicial system is closely modelled after the British system. You know, it's a system deeply rooted in the search for justice, where fairness and honour reign supreme, and a man's word is as good as his bond.
Well, what does that mean for me?
It means you can lie through your teeth, and they'll be gullible enough to believe you.
Or they'll throw me in jail.
Well, no plan's perfect, Margaret.
Mrs. Fonseca, in the matter of the Queen versus Mary Neeson, have you formed any opinion about the innocence or guilt of the accused?
Well, I guess I don't have much use for temptresses who prey on a man's weaknesses to get what they want, and then when they don't, explode in a rage of fiery passion. If that's what you mean.
Thank you.
The Crown accepts this juror, Your Honor.
And the defense?
The stapler's completely jammed.
The defense?
Yeah, good? Great? Nice to meet you.
All right, thank you. You can step down.
God, they'll take anybody.
Margaret Fish to the stand, please. Have you formed any opinion on the guilt or innocence of the accused?
No, sir.
The Crown accepts this juror, Your Honor.
We, Mary and I, the defense, accepts this juror.
Permission to approach the bench, my lord?
Are you a lawyer?
No, not per se, my lord. But I am a professional, a medical man to be precise, involved in third world relief. Mrs. Fish is my wife, and for reasons we needn't go into now, we'd both appreciate it if she was assigned an easy case, or at least one, if you will, that would be finished by next Friday. May it please the court. Hey! Oh.
Dr. Fish,
Oh, Heather, what are you doing here?
I work here.
Oh, right. I meant,
Look, you don't have to be embarrassed just because I saw you naked.
nearly naked. Not naked. No. You did not see me naked. But, it's got nothing to do with that. We're all adults here, right? We've all seen bare skin before, right? No. I just feel bad that I made holiday plans without telling you.
Why? I couldn't care less when you take your holidays.
Well, it's just that I have some, business affairs to take care of down south. And, did you come in for a reason?
This came for you. Oh, and there's a long-distance call for you, line 2.
What? Long distance? Why didn't you tell me sooner?
I was going to, but you got embarrassed because I saw you naked.
No, you did not see me. Fine, Heather. You saw me naked. Everybody saw me naked. I ran all over the department store naked. And everybody saw my bum. And you know what? I loved it. I never felt more alive. In fact, I'm thinking of stripping down naked right now. Hello, Bob Fish here.
Bob? Charlie Foster.
Charlie, hey, what a surprise.
Bob, the reason I'm calling is that I'm here with the Minister of Development for Costa Rica. They're giving us the money to hire and train the technicians we'll need to start making the dentures. But they'll need to see that we have the call center up and running as a sign of good faith. So since you're our only man in the country right now, we'd like you to sign the lease on our behalf, and we'll get you on the board as soon as you get down here. Your first year's director's fee should be with the contract.
Yes, it's very generous.
Sign the lease, hop on a plane, and get down here. I'll have a car bring you to the house. Sylvia is dying to meet you.
Righto. Give Sylvia my regards.
We will show that Mary Neeson is guilty of attempted murder, assault with a weapon, theft, arson, and driving without a seatbelt. We will show that Mary Neeson is a fiery vixen whose explosive temper led her to these heinous acts. We will show that she took her car and drove over her husband as he stood in his own driveway. Then she doused his possessions with gasoline and set them afire. His weed whacker, his leaf blower, his chainsaw, his side bag tractor mower, and his variable speed reversible cordless drill.
Your Honor, the defense will show that is... well, for one thing, Mary Neeson was wearing her seatbelt on the night in question. And second of all...
So, give me a hint. Is there any chance the trial will be over in time for our trip?
I've told you, Bob, I'm not supposed to talk to anyone about the case.
Yeah, but that doesn't include your husband.
In this case, it specifically includes my husband. Look, don't you think I want to go to Costa Rica? No, I can't just vote her guilty because we have holiday plans.
Oh, no, of course not. But, they've got her dead to rights, haven't they?
You can't say that. That's why they're having this trial. And unlike you and everyone else on the jury, I'm trying to keep an open mind, instead of just constantly worrying about a stupid holiday.
Well, that's exactly the point, Margaret. It's not just a stupid holiday. A stupid holiday is lying on the beach, covered in grease, reading a book about twin serial killers that's about to be made into a movie and riding around on a moped in a straw hat. This is a mission of mercy, Margaret. I'd be doing something important, helping people. Besides, she must be guilty or else the police wouldn't have charged her.
Look, just because she's a sexy, exciting, independent woman who won't be controlled by a man, everybody automatically assumes she's guilty.
But she's not sexy or exciting. She looks like a cleaning lady.
Oh, I'm going to sleep.
Oh, I don't know how I can sleep with all this going on.
So just go to Costa Rica without me.
Without you?
Yes, if you want to go so badly, just go.
I have to pick up the tickets today, Margaret. Look, I have an idea. Why don't you talk me through the evidence, and, talking it out will help you to have a clearer picture.
What, that she did it?
Well, unless the other jurors think she didn't, in which case it's probably best to, go with it. Bloody hell! What happened here?
I'd say the dogs were so hungry they made a slingshot out of my bikini, used it to shoot the door open and knock over the food.
Oh, that's ridiculous, Margaret. Dogs can't shoot slingshots.
Exactly. Therefore, members of the jury, it must have been Bob Fish, who I'm convinced must have snuck down in the dead of the night to spread dog food all over the floor for reasons as yet unknown. I rest my case. Hang him!
That's not funny, Margaret.
Oh, so you didn't come down here in the middle of the night, open the cupboard, tear open a bag of dog food, spread it all over the floor in some sort of bizarre ritual that may or may not involve women's swimwear?
Eh? No, Margaret, please. That's ridiculous.
Of course it's ridiculous. But now you know how poor Mary Neeson feels being judged like that before all the evidence is in. You don't care about justice. You don't care whether she did it or not, as long as you get to go to Costa Rica.
Yeah, bringing dentures to the illiterate, Margaret, that's hardly a frivolous activity. It's the kind of thing they give knighthoods for.
Knighthoods? Do you really think you're going to get a knighthood out of this? Oh, you're just fooling yourself.
Well, maybe not a knighthood. Probably just an OBE or something like that,
I have to get to court.
I may not be here when you get back.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God?
I do.
Mary, tell us in detail what happened the night you ran over your husband and blew up his possessions.
Don't you mean allegedly ran over my husband and blew up his possessions?
Oh, right. Yes, of course. Allegedly.
It was an accident?
Uh-huh. Is it true that your husband and his friends were doing an ice sculpture of a lap dancer for Winter Carnival and he wanted money for beer?
Yes.
Is that a no?
No.
Aha, so it is a yes!
I said no beer money because my father always told me that alcohol and chainsaws don't mix. He's from Saskatchewan.
Now, is it not also true?
Not also true?
Also true. I mean also true. Not also true means also true when it's a question. Right?
Yes.
I thought so. Okay, so you come out of the house. He's got all his stuff piled in the driveway. Says he's gonna take it downtown and pawn it. You get into your car to leave, and in a confused and highly emotional state, your eyes welled up with tears. You accidentally put the car in drive instead of reverse, pressed down on the accelerator, and drove the car into your husband, thereby causing the cigarette to fly out of his mouth and land on the leaking chainsaw. Is that correct?
Yes. I was very upset. I couldn't bear to watch. I didn't want him to pawn his tools. I love those tools.
There. I understand how painful that must have been for you.
Thank you.
Now, your husband was naked when the police found him in the driveway. He says he was having a bath when he saw you setting fire to his belongings. When he came outside to reason with you, you hit him with your car.
He wasn't having a bath. He was posing for the ice sculpture that he and his friends were making. I know it's supposed to be of a woman stripper, but Frankie's always had rather broad hips, so I guess they sort of...
Thank you, Mary. The defense rests.
Very nice, counsel. But do you mind if the Crown Attorney examines your witness?
No, Your Honor.
The jury will retire to consider its verdict.
what do you know? Same as last time. Guilty 11, not guilty 1.
Come on, lady, I got a business to run. I don't want to come back here tomorrow.
Neither do I. It might interest you to know that I had a tropical holiday all lined up before this trial began.
All right then. Aloha. Let's take another little vote and we'll all be on our merry little ways.
Look, she may be guilty, I don't know, but I do know that her lawyer is totally incompetent and she hasn't had anything approaching a fair trial. And now the judges sent us in here to deliberate her fate. We can't just sit here whining about our businesses or how we're missing our stories on the telly. Sure, it would be easy to just vote her guilty and be on our merry little ways, but we could vote her innocent for that matter. But that wouldn't be just. We're the jury. We all took an oath to ensure her a trial that is fair and just. What would you think if it were you? Or you? Or you?
Who wants pizza for lunch?
You're not going to be a pain in the ass about this vote too, are you?
Oh, Margaret.
Bob?
How's it going in there? Any progress?
Oh, we're having another vote after lunch. I really think I'm winning them over.
Look, I've been thinking. I have to go to Costa Rica. I've packed your bag. The flight leaves at 3:30, Terminal 2. Try to hurry. I'll wait as long as I can.
Flight NAL 32 has been postponed due to a bomb threat.
Great trip. Flight 350 to Costa Rica, now boarding.
Margaret!
Oh, Bob, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, Margaret, I'm sorry. I was being selfish. I don't want to go to Costa Rica without you, Margaret. It just wouldn't be any fun. I mean, sure, there'd be Vegas showgirls sitting around the pool wearing God only knows what, but...
But, Bob...
No, Margaret, I won't hear another word. I'd rather be here in Toronto with you than in Costa Rica without you.
Oh, that's sweet, Bob, but it's not necessary.
What do you mean?
Well, we finished. We had another vote after lunch. We voted to quit. Now I can come with you to Costa Rica.
Oh, Margaret, that's great. Oh, we're going to have a wonderful time. Now, we've got to hurry. They've already called our flight.
Oh, good. I could really use a holiday right now.
Well, you've earned it, Margaret.
This just in. Recently acquitted assault suspect Mary Neeson has been arrested again. This dramatic amateur video shows Mrs. Neeson brutally assaulting her attorney, Neil Borden, just prior to setting his clothes on fire on the courthouse steps. We'll have more on this story as it develops. In other news, international fugitive financier Charles Foster was arrested today after an investigation lasting 2 years and spanning 5 continents. The British citizen is accused of bilking governments around the world with phony charity schemes and fraudulent medical equipment sales. Costa Rican authorities are now looking for an accomplice of Charles Foster. He's said to be a British citizen living in Canada, but is believed to be on his way to Costa Rica right now.